Yo guys, and welcome to another Dark Rain video. This time I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips for electric healing. Now, the loadout that you can see on the screen before you isn't a loadout that I typically run with, and it's definitely not my optimal healing loadout, but it is an absolute shit ton of fun. And the reason I wanted to bring this to you was because I see a lot of things on Twitter, on our YouTube channel, on the forums, that electric's quite a poor healing power for a number of different reasons. But what people's main gripes seem to be are its poor healing over times. Now, if you watch what I do with this power, you will be absolutely blown away by the amount of green numbers electric can bring up at any one time. And the thing is, I'm not even maxing out the number of heal over times that I could be managing. If I switched out a power and popped on, say, Ionic Drain, that again is another cast time that dishes out a heal over time, so that would be a fifth one that I could stack. But regardless of that fact, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the powers with you. I'm going to tell you how they function in combat, because there's a lot of misconceptions with electric healing, and because it's so fast paced, and if you're not familiar with it and your teammates die all the time and you can't figure out why, it's not because the power's bad, guys, it's just that you don't fully understand how it works, and that's not your fault. It can tell you in the tooltip how it works, but that doesn't mean you're going to know exactly how it works without a thorough explanation. So let's give it a go. So the first power on my bar is Electro Genesis. It's your standard heal over time. Now, the thing with Electro Genesis is it's your most powerful heal over time in terms of electric, and in alert-based content, it's invaluable, and it makes you so less power hungry. I can't tell you guys how convenient it is. So how does it work? Basically, when you cast it, it will drop a healing aura on you and a healing aura on the group mate that is closest to you at that time. Now, whoever is in range of the healing aura will get a heal over time every second. If they're in range of both of them, they get 2 heals every second, and it's not a bad heal over time. It never hits on my character any less than 500 and can crit up to about 1.2k. You're getting 2 of them a second. There's 2.4k heals a second if it continues to crit. It's pretty beast, and it lasts the full duration of its cooldown, so you can have it up constantly. Now, the only downside with it is if you have an aura, you will only ever receive 1 heal over time every second. So what I do is when I cast it, I try to position myself so that it goes on me and it goes on another member that isn't in the thick of it, and I usually pick the controller. In this instance, it is Hell Creator. So I basically stick him with the other aura, and he's always fairly close to the other 2 DPS who take the brunt of the damage in alerts, because obviously they draw a lot of aggro. Now, if that's the case, that means those 2 DPS who are getting beasted are getting 2 heal over times. Your troll who can defend himself, drop shields, drop aggro, he'll be alright. So I try to drop the aura on him. If there's a tank in it, I try to get the aura on the tank, or again someone who can be close to him and support him. But the problem with dropping Electro Genesis on a tank in a raid is that it's extremely dangerous, likely to get you killed, and won't really do much for a tank in a raid anyway, because the damage that it receives is so heavy. You'd be better off using something else, but I'll go into that another time. Next up is Arc Lightning. Now, Arc Lightning, what it does is you cast it off the bar and it heals you immediately. As soon as you cast it, then it will hit an enemy and chain off from that enemy, and is guaranteed to chain off to at least 2 of your allies. When it does, they get a heal. It also electrifies the target that you attack with it, which is pretty useful for power interactions. Now, if you've got gadgets, tunes and things like that, or electric DPS, it will help them in their DPS, but also it will work in conjunction with one of your other powers, Electro Burst, but I'll go into that in a minute. Another plus to Arc Lightning is that you can clip it. You hit Arc Lightning and clip one of your actual heals, like Bioelectric Surge, Biocapacitor or Galvanize, you will clip that animation, so a couple of heals will go out, and it's really useful for chaining heals out, and it can be really useful for your advanced healing tactics. It's a great and useful power. I use it especially a lot in raids. As an electric healer, there are 2 things you must always have on your bar because they are so powerful, and they are Biocapacitor and Bioelectric Surge. These 2 powers work in conjunction with each other. So it's my circle bar and my R2 square bar. They are biocapacitor and bioelectric surge respectively. Now what biocapacitor does is puts an aura on your entire team which lasts for 2 minutes. If their health drops below 45%, boom, they get a heal. It's a small heal, but it's a good heal. Now on top of that, bioelectric surge, if your powers are interacted with your allies, so you've got biocapacitor on, and you hit bioelectric surge, you will heal all of those allies that are affected with biocapacitor. Not only that, if they drop their health below around 65% and you hit them with bioelectric surge, they get 2 heals. It is outstanding for keeping a team alive. I'll be honest with you, as an electric healer, you could probably get away with having just those 2 powers on your bar at any one time. Use it in conjunction with your weapon mastery, but you'd probably end up being quite power hungry because you'd have no heals over time. So you'll drink a lot of juice, but they are absolutely beast. Next up is Galvanize. Now it's a heal over time and a burst heal, and it hits people in an AoE around you, and it creates a wave of heals. So the more allies that are damaged when you cast it, the more heals it punches out, but it'll only ever punch out 3 heals and they're quite small, but if they crit, it's a big heal and it can keep your entire raid standing if your whole raid is close together. Also leaves a heal over time on anyone it touches once you've cast it, but this heal over time is very small, so do not spam this power to keep a heal over time up that's not doing a great deal, frankly. The heal over time that it does put up, however, lasts for 40 seconds, so it's certainly not something you need to spam. Last up on my bar is Electro Burst. It's quite a cheeky heal to use in combat because you have to get in quite close to use it. And the only way it's going to heal your allies is if the enemy is electrified. So if you're in doubt, hit the enemy with Arc Lightning and then get in close to them and hit Electro Burst. Now what it does, it behaves exactly as Galvanize does. The more people that it hits, the more heals it punches out, leaves a heal over time, and it lasts for 40 seconds. And as you've probably seen throughout the duration of this video, Electric can stack some disgusting heal over times and just keep them pumping out. And whilst you've got all those heal over times running, you can just cast your burst heals in between should your allies take sizable damage. Now remember what I said at the start, guys, this is not my optimal healing loadout, but it is one of my favourites. If I was going to go for optimization in an alert, I'd probably drop Arc Lightning and put on Flux, and I'd probably drop Electro Burst and put on Invigorate, because when you're out of juice, your Cola's on cooldown, you've got no supply drop, your Troll's out of supply drops, he hasn't got a super to power you, Invigorate will give you heals for free, for absolutely nothing. It will give you power back to the group, and it infects an entire 8-man raid with your biocapacitor power interaction, which is called Biosurge, I believe. So to summarise, guys, Electric is exciting, it's versatile, and it's just awesome, and it's so beautiful as well to heal with. And it can pull up some absolutely disgusting green numbers. Look at that thing go. It's an absolute beast. Definitely my favourite healing power by quite a margin. Now I hope this video has helped you out a little bit, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you like to use. We are Dark Rain, and as always, we'll see you in game.